yoga to cold reality, because he's got a very good fighter standing in front of him, Barry.
Yeah, he has, and I think it's imperative here for Crichton to start as fast as he can. Once Arthur gets into a rhythm with that left jab, it's almost impossible to get him out of it. So start fast, make him feel that power early, try and put him under some sort of pressure.
George is with us as well. Lyndon Arthur's jab, one of the very best in boxing. How does Crichton deal with that, George? Looking to establish that rhythm. 7 knockouts on his record. He was making this point when I spoke to him last night. He carries power. He won't get carried away with it. He was an excellent amateur, really good amateur career, boxed internationally. He has the skills, and he's looking to double up with that jab early on. And just have a look here at Lyndon Arthur.
Apologies there, guys, I had the wrong mic. But I think what Crichton does really well is he punches long and loose, especially with that right hand. And he generates a lot of power with it, and that's where he's going to have success today. With Lyndon having the low left hand style, he's always going to be susceptible to getting caught with the right hand at the top if he doesn't make the adjustments, defensive movements, roll of the shoulder or what it may be to negate Crichton's right hand. Of course, you need to land the jab, you need to find the range first before you can start landing those big shots. But that will be what I imagine he's looking for tonight.
Yeah, I think it's important, as George was sort of alluding to there, if that right hand is the weapon for him, but he has to get that front foot close enough. If he overreaches, if he falls short, Arthur will pepper him with that left hand, and maybe gets that, getting that right hand into play with a bit more power.
It was his girlfriend Clara who drove him down from Aberdeen after getting the multiple missed calls after the famous yoga session. He switched on pretty quickly. Himself into the right frame of mind. He's phenomenally fit, big CrossFit guy. Instagram feed on which his CrossFit antics are very, very popular, so it was no surprise that he kept himself fit. The first bit of aggression from him there.
Yeah, I'm missing clearly because he just threw it from too far out, so he's sort of getting that foot closer, and you do that by double jabbing. No matter if you don't hit, it brings your feet into motion, gets you closer to let that right hand go.
Feeling out opening round from both of these fighters. There's the jab from Arthur, and his range there all right.
But you can see how he flicks it, Arthur, there's always a thought about leaning back, so it reduces the power, but it irritates you, it keeps him safe. That's important for him, to frustrate you with it.
End of a cagey opening round, feeling out process.
Don't come in with a jab, because come in with a jab is one time. You let him come over his foot. Yeah? You let him come over his foot. When he throws, that's when you can try and catch him coming in. Yeah, you just keep edging back, don't let him try and push you back to get you on the road. Yeah? When you see that coming, when he throws his jab, listen, when you see that coming, and he's throwing his jab, just get ready to put that stiff right hand over the top. He's prone for it. I don't mean to try and for it.
You make him start fast, you let him jab, you're ready for it, shut it, keep the jab with your weak parries, you're working well, parry, slip, go, don't give him it. He's nervous, he's not getting the jab, right? He's getting the jab. Right? Same again.
Second up, round 2.
So round 2, Boris Crighton has already shown that he's here and he means business, and there's going to be nothing wild or crazy about this. It's going to be a measured approach. He was preparing for a fight in 3 weeks' time, so he was in the right zone. Fight in Glasgow, albeit a fight that was at super middleweight and not against Lyndon Arthur.
Yeah, it's a massive prospect, but you've got to take that. You've got to take that risk. You've got to take that gamble. It's a chance of a lifetime for him to elevate himself into on a TV spot. It's almost impossible to say no. Has to find a way, George, doesn't he, to close that distance.
Yeah, at the moment, Lyndon's working the jab really well. So he fights with his weight on the back foot. Low left hand, he generates that jab, the power comes from the back leg. Fires it out fast, he's always thinking of the defensive move after. And then if there is a commitment from Crichton, just like there, he hits him with a real sharp, just an arm shot, but a snapping right hand.
And that's when I feel that double jab works, because you stab with the front foot and there's sharp movements, and there might be shorter movements, but they get you to the target enough to let go with that right hand in range. And just throwing single shots or 1-2s, the conventional left-right along the distance is going to be the fodder for Arthur.
Right, coming forward and trying to land a right hand, trying to show some aggression again. He was talking about how hard he found lockdown. He lost his final fight before lockdown. It was his first and only defeat. And he said it affected him so badly mentally, and he thought about continuing in the game or not, but he came back fitter and stronger. He says there's no luck about him having this chance, because if he hadn't been fit and ready, he wouldn't have been able to take the chance.
No, that's a valid point. You know, you've always got to be ready for the fight. You're never sure, unless you're a big name and a big star. Being fit, being in the gym is your job, and taking opportunities when they come your way. But this is Arthur's sort of fight. Arthur is happy to sit back and win on the jab. He's patient.
Still pretty cagey at this point. Because fighters like Lyndon who have a nice jab, they're just there to switch the guy off in front of them. Just keep touching, keep touching, keep touching, keep finding that range until your opponent goes into a bit of a lull. They might be slightly mesmerised and then you strike. Or they get frustrated and they overcommit, make a miss and you make them pay.
Literally, as you said, that he did it, didn't he? Overreached, forced you to make a mistake, and they can pay for it.
I was going to say, he might have picked up the wrong microphone, but he's done this before. Oh, a nice, smooth, rhythmical round from Lyndon Arthur.
Just a little bit, not too much. Yeah, you don't need to, because you're overreaching for the jab, and that's when he's trying to counter you. He's planting his feet, he's trying to get himself set. Don't let him set. Listen, them feints will upset him. Them feints will upset him. Once you upset him in the feint, then you look to work. Yeah, put that, you're gonna put the right hand, son. Keep it in position. Don't drop it out of position. Line it up, and then throw it straight as an arrow.
So Lyndon Arthur comfortable in the opening couple of rounds. Here against the very late replacement Boris Crighton. There was some aggression from Crighton towards the end of the second round, but it's closing that distance and being able to land anything. And Arthur, as the guys have been saying, just waiting for that opening, waiting for that mistake, that switch off of concentration, and of course he'll jump at that chance.
Well, that left-hand jab becomes hypnotic after a while. It confuses you, it lulls you, George, it lulls you a little bit, almost puts you to sleep, where you're just flicking it, and you get frustrated, and then you over-engage, or you punch him too far out, and then he tries to land with that right hand. But like I said, he is patient, Arthur. People call him lazy, but he's patient, and he will just wait for you to force you to make a mistake.
Slightly better in this round from Crichton. He has got the right idea. He's got his weight on the back leg as well, and he's sort of weaving side to side, get a little flow. He's just struggling to pull the trigger a little bit to find the range, because he's got long arms, and because it's difficult to throw the double jab sometimes, because you will see it coming, the guys with long arms. He's slightly slower than the sharper, faster guys like Arthur. So you've got to then follow up with his second wave of attack. Still all to play for.
Absolutely, he's still very much in this. He's waiting for his chance, Boris Crighton.
That feint from Arthur is fantastic, and it just stops Crichton in his tracks. He throws that feint out, and whether he throws of it or not, Crichton's just lost for a minute.
Started changing the jab from head, shooting to the face, shooting to the chest. Just gives the guy in front of you so many problems. He doesn't know where it's coming. And you get hit in the chest, you can't really defend against it. You can't pull away from it, you can't move through it.
Of course, all of it eventually trying to set up that right hand that has been such a devastating finisher. 15 knockout wins for Lyndon Arthur. He believes he should be right in that light heavyweight picture that the guys were talking about earlier. It's hard to disagree. Big right hand though from Crichton. He does that for the first time, and he backs up Lyndon Arthur. Suddenly, interesting.
Now he's got to keep that space. He knows he's got to jump on Arthur. He can't get too close to Arthur hold, but he's got to let his hands go now.
The shot he's been looking for all fight long. Big smile on the face of Lyndon Arthur. He was buzzed by that. And there's another right hand from Crichton.
Yeah, Crichton wants to let his hands go over here. And that's the right move. Arthur definitely looked buzzed from that right hand. He got right at the end of the shot.
Final 10 seconds of round 3. Feeling out process from both of them. Crichton found his range. Let's have a listen into the Boris Crichton corner. In fact, let's have a look again at that right hand, fellas.
He did well there because he's thrown the jab low, and as Arthur's moved to his left, Crichton's thrown that right hand to the top. He swept it across the body and just caught him right on the whiskers. Perfect shot to land with. Took it well, Arthur, to his credit, but he was wobbled, he was buzzed and slightly worried for a second, and Crichton tried to follow up a little bit untidy with his work, but the commitment was there. But now he knows he's had his first bit of success here, and that's something to build from.
Yeah, George, there is success. How does he build on that now?
Well, he's found a home for that right hand. He just needs to bring that might be the key to success in this fight. Just got to throw it, really. He's got to throw it. We never got that once, Barry. But if you've ever had it, it's horrible. The sharpener, you feel it straight in your feet, and then I think his legs were back under him by the end of the round. But they're never pleasant. It's a real wake-up call for you in a fight.
So into round 4 we go, and if you thought it was going to be one-sided dominance by that hypnotic, rhythmical Lyndon Arthur jab, maybe think again. Boris Crighton said he was here to fight, said he was here to win. He said, don't see this as a free shot, a chance to put him here. I'm here to fight and to win. Got Arthur on the back, but of course huge risk comes with this now from Crichton.
Yeah, of course it's though that he walks onto a shot, but I think the only way he's going to win is to force the fight, is to force Arthur to hold his feet and fire back, to shorten the distance, to allow him to land with his shots. But Arthur's, as George was saying, Arthur's sat on that back foot and he's jabbing and taking a step in and out. But if you jump on him and force him to fight, you've got a chance to hit him.
See, this is better positionally for Arthur, who doesn't have his weight on the back foot. As soon as he's got his weight on the front foot, he'll jab, and then all he can do is use that front foot to pull out, push away high. And that's when he's in the caught at the end of the right now.
Again, Crichton with a combination there. He's got Arthur thinking here. Might certainly be a very different kind of night for Lyndon Arthur.
That was good footwork from Arthur to get off the ropes back into the centre of the ring there, not pivot on the front foot. He's got to get back in that action. That's got to be the man for Arthur. He's got to get confidence back in that jab.
Trouble with Lyndon Arthur, a much shorter opponent. Just wonder if that's coming into play a little bit here with Crichton.
See, that's good. It's true that he missed with, he threw 5 punches, then he missed with 3, but 2 got through. That's the important part.
A little lift to the left of Lyndon Arthur's left eye, but nothing to concern him. Sort of thing that just encourages the opponent, though.
It does. So sometimes it can just give you a target, something to focus in on. And obviously it's not in a particularly vulnerable place for Arthur, but just like that winging right hand that just flew past is something to aim at.
The right hand behind the jab this time, just about the first time he's thrown that.
Yeah, it's the first time he's committed with some weight in his shots there. It's a lovely little combination.
Don't reach out for the jab. Don't go out for that toe. You just take the time and relax. He's got to come. He's getting outboxed anyway. So he's got to do something. When he does it, then you clean up, son. Yeah? Be sharp with what you're doing. Now you switched on, yeah? Be sharp. When that jab comes, boom, then look, you know it's coming. Then it's what you're gonna throw then. Don't look for it. Don't look for it. Okay? Boxing good. Try to cut the straight 1-2 of what you're doing. Okay? Straight.
Will of course feel like a no-win situation. That can affect you psychologically. A fight that everyone expects him to win against a late opponent. But if he does win, yeah, he should have done that. Of course, the alternative doesn't bear thinking about for Lyndon.
Well, not just win impressively. That's the pressure he's been on. Let's be honest. A late replacement, you gotta stamp your authority and show who's the boss, of course. So there is a pressure here. George mentioned something earlier on a couple of rounds ago about punches to the body, and you just think that knocking you off balance is a really good thing to do.
Crichton made out to miss there, but there's the jab again. Crichton said that the first 4 rounds would be a feeling out process. He said rounds 5, 6 and 7 is where we would find out, and they start right here.
Well, Barrett in the corner for Arthur said you're outboxing him, but I kind of disagree at this point. I think the boxing, the looseness and the back foot, leaning on the back foot, slipping the slide and throwing the long shots is working for Crichton right now. Lyndon needs to get back to varying the jab, you say, Barry. Up and down, that's the whole point of the jab, is to have variety with it, vary the power, vary the speed, vary the angle of it, where you're landing it, and then you end up controlling the man in front of you, and then you can build from there.
The weight is important, isn't it, for the jab for Arthur? Just to stop Crichton from giving him a deterrent to walk onto.
Exactly. He's got the ability to throw up the jab like a right hand. If you've got that in your arsenal, then you want to always be able to use it, because it's a real weapon.
Oh, coming to the left eye of Crichton. Just a swelling, nothing more than that. But a sign that that jab has been finding its home. Arthur again made to miss. Good movement there from Crichton.
Crichton just slipped just underneath that right hand.
And a right to the body from Crichton.
Good jab there from Arthur.
Left foot every time. Every time he goes over his left foot, he comes through.
Exchange of jabs, but no prizes for guessing who won that.
Every time he goes to the left, he comes through.
Languid pace of Lyndon Arthur.
Right idea there from Crichton, didn't quite work out for him. We're trying to sneak an attack there off the break.
There from Crichton again as Arthur came forward onto that front foot. Having some success now, Crichton. There's little pockets of it.
Look how he edges, goes right, he goes left.
Right? It's there. We also got to look for that shot in the middle. You know when he comes like that.
Coming in now.
Yeah.
Cut off cheap boss.
Right. Right. Listen, no, not you. Forget about you. Know what? Listen, it comes like this. Yeah. It comes like this, and then it swings, and you're moving out the way.
Wide over, like that. Right uppercut, because it's thrown over him, right? Or throw at the same time.
No, don't. But when he throws and it's coming, throw the jab, time him, step back and throw it.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't be no rusty. Listen, you're boxing well. Yeah. Consider what we've gone through.
Thank you now. Round 6.
We move into round 6, we move into the second half of the fight. Many people didn't think it would get here. Crichton's already overperformed, but Barry, how are you scoring it at the moment?
Yeah, I got Arthur up 3-2. I thought Crichton had a good last round there. I think just closing the gap, but it's not too I thought Arthur would be winning in the street here, and Crichton would be sort of trying to wear him down, but it's been a touchy affair, I feel.
It's a tight one at the moment. George, do you disagree with that? You got it 3-2 Arthur as well, as Crichton comes forward again.
Yeah, I had the first 2 for Arthur, the next 2 for Crichton, and to be honest, struggled to split the last round for Arthur was coming back into it a little bit, getting his rhythm back. But he's getting caught with the eye-catching shots from time to time, and if you understand that's what you're looking for, if you can let these rounds, sort of these close rounds, slip away from him. Great right hand from Arthur there. Fight's really starting to heat up.
Yeah, good right hand from Arthur, and then he held his feet there up to take one back, then he did off Crighton.
They both landed there. Just a sense though that feet might be going on the gas at this point, certainly from Crighton. The supporter will feel he has to pick up the pace as well.
It's important for Arthur when he does land those shots to create the space so Crighton can't fire back. Just waiting too long here.
Always felt as if the minute we heard Boris Crighton had got the call and you looked at his record, he might be that sleeper opponent, more awkward than just a cursory glance at him would be, and that's proving to be the case.
He's getting lower Crighton, isn't he? The lower the better, I just feel. You know, keep the slide into the distance, be better, throw that overhand right, that's more of an effect then.
It comes from an even more obscure angle, doesn't it, Barry, when it's almost looped over the top. They're going to play the waiting game. I think it suits Crichton's style, but who will punch long and loose. He wants to force the pace a little bit more, even if it's just behind sharp feints, and then start finding that home with a jab, head and body, and then look to shoot from there.
Not be afraid to miss.
Yeah.
Criteria.
Confident that he carries his power late into a fight as well. Same is true of Lyndon Arthur, but talk about levels, but 7 wins by knockout, stopped 5 of his first 6, has struggled a bit more as he's moved up the levels, but definitely carries power in that right hand, and Lyndon Arthur has felt it. Moving towards the end of another tight round here. Crichton again landing an eye-catching right hand that was half blocked, but could end up being a scoring shot.
You got to wait with it. Look at what he's doing like you're doing now, yeah? You focus, right? You see what he's doing. Your eyes are on him, okay? It's good, right? Just time him. Touch with the jab, move weight, feint, move weight, touch with the jab, out the step back weight. He's
Right, so see, after round 7, round 8, 9 and 10, you go for okay. Right, he's getting tired, keep pressurising, right? When you get in the ropes, let a bust go the way you did, okay? Aim low and then go high. Are you with me? You listening? Working well, staying at rhythm. The feints is working. Right? Right?
Boris Crighton and his guide, Lyndon, with his guide, Pat Barrett. 4 rounds to go. Harry, you've got them level. George, you've got it tight as well. It could be one of those, couldn't it? It's certainly up for grabs here.
A lovely right hand there from Arthur. He just needs to let that go more often. He hasn't used it enough. So right, it's been there for him.
Also the second phase, Barry, the next phase, like after you've done that sharp counter, that sharp 1-2, is it another quick defence and then another wave of attack? He's going to have to be sharp with Crichton, but that's, I feel, the way that he might get some real success.
There are 7 world champions inside this arena, and we're so lucky to have 2 of them guiding us through the intricacies, the subtleties, the nuances of this fight. A fight that could change both men's lives, remember.
He's been there from Arthur's second, but he just said, oh.
Left hook there from Crichton landed. And he comes forward and throws that big right hand again. Little flurries of work like that in a close fight that can end up winning your rounds back.
Look how close their feet are now compared to what it was like in the first couple of rounds. There was a big distance between the 2 front feet. Now they're toe-to-toe here, pretty much. And now it's trying to land, as George said, he's a loose puncher with long arms, and allowing him this close to the target gives him a free rein.
He's throwing 3s and 4s as well now, Larry. So that's where he's having success. He's winning the exchanges by finishing the exchanges.
Another right hand there from Crichton. He avoided the shot from Arthur and landed one of his own.
Just think Arthur switches off. He comes on the first sort of minute, dominates with the jab for me, and then sort of switches off and doesn't want to let his hands go when he's able to do it.
That's always been Lyndon Arthur's reputation, hasn't it, to take those little pockets of time off. And in a fight as tight as this, that could be a big, big mistake. They need some urgency from him.
That was the open part of the glove. That was something worse than it actually was, that left hook there from Crighton.
3 rounds to go after this one. And Boris Crighton is still, at worst, very much in this. He may even be ahead.
Start throwing those feints again now, Arthur. Crichton's going to start throwing up that left hand out there like that. And so Arthur's alright, that left hand, he can let his hands go, Crichton.
Just sensed that mistake from Arthur and pounced on it.
Only one. There's more coming. If you're good at grabbing and get off. Hey? It's not the point. I don't want him to get that confidence. But in a bit, he's just going to come out with everything to go. You know what I'm saying?
That's everything.
Hey?
That's everything.
No, he's not. Trust me, he's got nothing to lose. Yeah? You got to be ready to time. You got to keep what you're doing boxing. Stay sharp, stay switched on all the time.
TV up and down on the scoreboard.
What?
TV up and down on the scoreboard.
3 rounds to go.
Move your head, okay? Let's go. Right. That's going to be fast. That's surprising.
Technique in that Lyndon Arthur corner. Calm voice attacking. But do we need to see some urgency from him? Already being in a slightly scrappy fight. Crichton's reputation has soared here, the fact he can even belong. And Lyndon Arthur's at the moment is taking a hit.
Well, for Crichton, he's in a no-lose situation, isn't he? He literally knows whatever happens, he's got a shot
That buckled the legs all right for the first time.
Why don't he use it more? George is there for every time, he just doesn't want to commit to it.
And they get back in the second, third wave, third and fourth shot even. That you miss, but you've got to step to it and let your hands go again. When you're the long, elusive fighter who wants to punch long, weight on the back leg, you can't just rely on 1 or 2 shots. There's 1 or 2 shots close the distance for you to land 3 and 4.
Shot on Crichton, really good shot, wasn't it? As Arthur overbalanced a little bit. That got his attention. Crichton says he doesn't really watch boxing. His gym mates often know more about his opponents than he does. He just goes in and tries to get the job done. I think that approach probably helped him in the short build-up he had to this. Certainly no sense of nerves about it. Shot to the body there from Arthur.
Must have thrown that feint again, Arthur. He's working for him in the fight.
Another good shot there from Lyndon Arthur. He's finding his range and landing that right hand. Could that be the key to victory for him now?
Well, the important part is he doesn't switch off after he does that. I think that's what's been happening in the past. And Crichton, rightly, has been jumping on him. When he gets caught, Crichton, he comes back with some of his own.
He's got that sharp mindset, Arthur, but he's waiting for that perfect counter. Ideally, he should be forcing it for throwing his own shot. Keep pumping the jab out. Make Crichton commit.
Get him over his front foot and then whack him. Oh, good right hand from Crichton.
Crichton comes forward again and Arthur covering up. Pop there from Arthur. Arthur's round, surely. And of course, much more action to come from Bolton here tonight.
Come down it and then roll. Hear me? Let's put a bit more attacks. Listen, Boris, there's nothing to lose here. Nothing to lose. Let's fucking put it together the last couple of rounds. You hear me? This is round 9. Let's fucking put it together. Fucking put them under pressure. But do it smart. Move your head. Feint. Get in that rhythm. Back him up. Right hand. Right? You hear me?
Apologies for the language there in the corner. Understandable though, because he could be 2 rounds away from something special. It's tight. It's tight on the scorecards of the guys alongside me. It may not be tight on the judges' scorecards. We don't know that, but Crichton has certainly got a chance. And you heard the words there. Nothing to lose, Barry.
Well, there's not. They've come in with no expectations. No, he's a replacement opponent. Everyone expects Arthur to win, and win with ease, and it hasn't been easy for him. So he's in it now. He's getting to the final stage of the fight. He has to commit himself. You don't want to make mistakes and get caught. I understand that, but you've got to try and just really dominate these last few rounds.
He said it after 2 rounds. He said it again now. It's still all to play for, men. And I think both fighters need to have that mindset of do not drop a round left. Do not drop any more rounds in this fight. Still.
It's a fine line, isn't it, in a close fight when it gets to that stage, trying to win the fight but not wanting to make any mistakes and get caught.
That's the problem, isn't it? You don't know how they're seeing it. You walk in and take a risk and get dropped and find out later that cost you the fight. That's the tightrope you're walking.
Taking his time, he hasn't closed his distance to one point in the hole, just walking up and having long shots.
Shows real experience, nothing frantic about it.
After history the way he fell short and Crichton made him down. Crichton is showing some real heart in there at the moment, and he's cut on that left cheek. It's got bigger and bigger, that cut, and as George was saying earlier, it's a target for Arthur.
Setting up there, didn't he? They took 2 little steps back, like he was looking to do retreat, and then just jumped into an attack.
We're looking for urgency from Lyndon Arthur, and it has arrived in round 9. Closing seconds as Crichton looks to open some work in his own there. Left hook and then a right hand from Crichton, who's swinging for the fences here.
Right, head clear, okay?
To work on that cut.
You alright?
These are vital words here now for Crichton.
Right. When you go low, start, right? He's going to come to you, let's steal and fucking whack, come over the top, right?
Action now, Barry. Just talk us through this great right hand.
Yeah, he was, and he dipped the head there as well for a little bit more weight in the shot there, did Lyndon Arthur. Put the right, he did right on the button. To be fair to Crichton, he was jelly-legged and he tried his best, he didn't panic. Tried to walk himself back to the ropes to get a bit of grounding, but Arthur jumped on him. He jumped on him cleverly, didn't rush his work, tried to pick his shots. Maybe we're a little bit too relaxed, maybe, and not quite back into the fight as we see here. Oh, brave, he's been all right and committed to his attacks. But that was a big round for Arthur in a pivotal time in the fight.
George, you said it was all to play for. Lyndon Arthur was the one who grabbed the chance. Now we move into the 10th and final round. It's Crichton who needs to make a dent here on Lyndon Arthur.
I think so. Just on my card, I've got Arthur edging it now. It was a big last round for him. landed the best shot of the whole fight, built from it. But Crichton's still there at the end of the round, firing back. You know, he might be one of them guys who punches looser and harder when he's been hurt.
Well, you sort of plant your feet a bit more, don't you, when you're tired and hurt, you get a little more leverage on your shots.
Lunging forward, stunned by what happened in round number 9. Arthur with maybe 2-round advantage. That's what he's got on Barry's card alongside me.
That was a hard round.
Massive final round.
So that was a hard round for Crichton, that was. And that drains your head, being hurt, being hit with heavy shots, that drains your tank. And this is the round easy. People tell him, go for it in this round. When you're empty, easier said than done.
Yeah, no matter how fit you are, no matter how much hot yoga you've done, still tough under the bright lights.
Well, fit and conditioning for a fight of this magnitude are two different things. I would state that.
90 seconds remain. As Lyndon Arthur just calmly boxing his way to a win here in that jab ball from Boris Crighton. Just get some late success. Big right hand from Crichton landed. Arthur took it okay.
Again, lack of concentration from Arthur. He landed with two lovely shots on Arthur and just switched off for a second, again got caught.
Again, that was only a top 9 round for me, last round. If I was Arthur, I still want to finish strong in this last round.
That was nice from Arthur then, and just tying up Crichton and then all on to work.
Boris Crichton has done himself proud, very proud. But has he done enough? It's a strong finish from Lyndon Arthur. It is a strong finish from Boris Crichton. Crichton is wobbling on his legs here, and he's saved by the bell. He gets to the end of the fight, but it's a 10-8 round for Lyndon Arthur. What drama, Barry, right to the end of the fight.
What a right turn, crunchy right hand. It was similar to the one he landed in the round before, but shorter distance to travel, and he punched right through the target there, George.
Yeah, and it looked like he was shipping punishment. It looked like he was even hurt at that point. I mean, I'm fascinated to see what these judges' scorecards. You never know. I never like to count up as I'm going along because I don't like that to swing me one way or the other. And you look at it, like, pretty tough. I mean, I've got Arthur a winner with a right hand. Yeah.
Oh, look at that, you know that's fatigue and a great shot. He almost leaned backwards with that shot there, Crichton. Gets to the floor, gets up. You just see the cut on the eye there of a great shot from Arthur. Just see the cut on the eye there, that's what George was saying. Just before that, he got clipped a few times at Arthur, but then came back with a quality response. And that's what quality fighters do. In a fight that they're not performing their best, possibly, they can produce work, pockets of quality like that gets them over the line. And for me, that's it. That's a 10-8 round, and that gives you the win by a distance in the end. It was a close fight up until the last few rounds. I just think he pulled away.
He ducked it when he needed it most. Surely it's enough. Still totting up the scorecards. Paul Booth down there to our left. It's going to take a while longer, I think, which sometimes can be interesting. Sometimes it can mean nothing, of course. But what a dramatic climax. Could you imagine? All we know, that might have won it the fight. That might be the difference maker. A right hand with 11 seconds to go. I don't think so, but
no, I don't think so. Possibly, I think Crichton did himself proud today. He made every round competitive and close. But ultimately, I think in the latter stages, I think Arthur's just maybe slightly better composure probably just got him over the line, and then that just put the full stop on it there. That knockdown. Because Crichton go away with full of credit, by the way. He'll come again, and it's stuck with a risen from this. He might win, but I don't see that. But Arthur, he wasn't a stellar performance from him. He wasn't a late replacement. There's a lot of change for both fighters, but most importantly, he gets the win. And the last couple of rounds were really exciting to watch, and that's what we want to see. So, you know, it was an interesting contest, better than what we thought, and the finish was fantastic.
Yeah, they both go away in the end with different kinds of great credit. And there's a nice moment between them, great respect as well. And let's hope that does give Crichton's career the boost it deserves. He wants to campaign down the line at super middle. Talking to him last night, he named the super middleweights who've inspired him over the years, of which the man alongside me was one. So there you go.
Thanks.
You know I'm not talking to you.
I'm glad I made the list. He's A-okay in my book, Dave.
Absolutely. He's a big fan. He went through the names. He said it's always been the division. Ben and Eubank, Alzaghi, Brockshire, Groves, they were all the names that tripped off his tongue.
For British boxing, that's been our division, hasn't it? It's been our division where we produced some of our best fighters. It's always been our most exciting division, and you know, and why wouldn't you want to emulate these guys?
Absolutely. Well, he's put on a great show at light heavyweight tonight. Lyndon Arthur in the end with that championship level quality, produced that right hand, and he produced a strong finish to the fight as well. Paul Booth finally, after much consultation down there, does have a result for us. It's going to be fascinating. I'm sure you've been scoring it at home as well. It's one of those, isn't it? One of those difficult fights to score. A sense that Arthur has done more than enough, but one of those you never know fights. But surely the 10-8 round in the final round sealed the win. But Crichton is going to make his way in a moment to the centre of the ring, and it's time now that we get to Paul Booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of light heavyweight boxing, we go to the judges at ringside. Justin Di Giovanni has the contest at 98-92. Roberto Ramirez Jr. scores it 96-93. And Steve Gray sees the bout at 99-91. All three judges score in favour of the winner by unanimous decision. From Moston, Manchester, Lyndon, King Arthur.
It was wide, it was very wide. 98-92, 96-93 and 99-91. Lyndon Arthur with a big win, a measured performance, one in which a couple of moments he was in a touch of trouble. Crichton overperformed everyone's expectations, but Lyndon Arthur Jeanette gets the win.